Hello, how are you today? We're going to be talking a little bit about some fasting. This is an amazing special guest that I have, Iron Man. He came over just for the video. Actually, this is Seth, awesome dude, does a lot of the editing and film work that you guys see in the videos. So he's the behind the scenes man doing just as much of the work that I'm doing. I'll let you take it away, talk a little bit about yourself, your journey.
Yeah, my name is Seth. I've been coming down to the gym for about 2 years. My story is I was a pretty overweight guy and decided.
How much did you weigh?
I was about 275 actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just kind of came in by myself and saw some amazing results. Lost a ton of weight, built some muscle mass. Overall, just a really positive experience. But I kind of came to a point where I wanted to take it to another level. I needed some outside help. I needed somebody who knew more about taking it to the next level, and that's where I found this dude right here.
Yeah, so I've been coaching Seth for going on about 4 weeks now. We've been doing primarily strength training with a little bit of some higher reps as well, because your goal is to not only get strong but still kind of accent the weight loss, right? Yeah.
Right.
So we're really focusing on that, bringing them into some very compound primal movements, things like deadlifts, squats, push-ups, inverted rows. Dude's gonna be doing pull-ups here very, very soon as well. So he's been getting fully immersed into strength training and just functional movements, because you primarily did we'll talk about your weight training, I guess, beforehand.
All right. So, my weight training in itself was I just show up, do upper body, lower body, legs, back, chest, whatever it may be.
So like a split each day?
Yeah, for like a split each day. I did have somewhat of a plan, but still it kind of all fell on my shoulders. And with like a lot of things, a lot of people that come down to the gym, we're all amateurs. We're all struggling to walk the straight path, where we don't always know the best way to do things, or even the most correct ways of doing things. So that was kind of my path, is that, was I doing good? Yes. Was I seeing results? Was I seeing definition? Was I seeing weight loss? Yes. But again, it just kind of comes back to, what's your passion in life? What's your fire in life? What do you want to do? What level do you really want to take your personal health to? And that's kind of where...
That's a very, very good point, because you kind of hit a plateau, right?
Yes.
And then, there's something, most people could have been satisfied and say, hey man, I lost all this weight. I feel great. You're in amazing shape compared to when you started, and huge improvements. But just how you said, you have to take it to another level. If you want to see those amazing results, if you want to actually take charge of your life and fully sculpt yourself into... we're going to get him looking like Hugh Jackman, even better than Hugh Jackman. So if that's your goal, and you should have big goals like that, to where you laugh at it when you think about it, because then once it starts to become closer and closer and closer, you stop laughing and you're like, oh crap. Yeah. Is that a little redheaded Hugh Jackman in the mirror? That's what it's going to be looking like.
I want to be better than Hugh Jackman.
Yes, exactly. So he's been getting into strength training. However, the topic of this video, I just wanted to give you some good background on him. We're going to be talking about fasting, because that's something that he's been implementing, primarily intermittent fasting. I'll talk a little bit about my experiences with it. I personally went from about 205 down to 172, which was probably a little bit further than I should have. I just cut it a little bit too hard, and I should have probably stayed around 175, 178. That's a story for another day though. But the intermittent fasting helped me get stronger while I was cutting. It helped me focus more in school as well too, because I wouldn't eat until like 12, 1 o'clock. So it was a nice thing to, kind of like how you were saying at work, you just go into a mode and you just start going. You don't have to think about food. It's not a distraction, you know what I mean? You don't listen to hunger pains as much anymore, or even get them.
Right.
So it was a good thing that helped me focus in school. I timed it well for my breaks to be able to eat around then, midday. And it helped me get the leanest I've ever been. It helped me finally get a six-pack, not just a skinny pack, to where I was a skinny kid where you could kind of see like 2 1/4 abs. I had the full 6. It was something that was very, very rewarding for myself. Currently, I don't utilize it as my primary form of dieting. I just got off of a 24-hour fast yesterday just to experiment with that. That's the first one I've done. I personally experienced very good mental focus, cognitivity, clarity in my mind when I fast. It could be because I have food tolerances or food allergies that I don't know about, and they might affect me. a little bit weird, and that's something that can affect a lot of people. A lot of people don't really know about that. But it's something I do use after a cheat day, which I usually primarily do once a week. You know, I'll have my Little Caesars pizza, that's my go-to, and just enjoy myself and kick back. The day after, I'm a big fan of fasting for 16 hours or so. So I'll stop the meals around like 9 or 10 o'clock and fast until 3 or 4 o'clock the next day, or even, so I'll push it usually 14 to 16 hours actually. And it benefits me a lot to mitigate the effects of the cheat day, and it's helped me out very, very much so. And it's always a quick tool for fat loss when I need it, and to not sacrifice my strength, because I still get a huge amount of calories on it. I want you to talk about your experiences, your energy, your strength in the gym, your vitality. You know, how much has affected everything for you?
Yeah, well, first of all, when we talk about fasting, coming from where I've been, when someone says fasting, I'm thinking, 24 hours or half a week, or, I think of like almost like religious purposes, or people fast for those type of things. I haven't always thought of fasting as far as working out goes, and just my everyday.
That's very common too.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people take on.
And when you hear that word, it sounds like a huge commitment. It sounds like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to eat for 10 hours or 12 hours or 14 hours or whatever it may be. But part of that fasting, the way I do it, is I eat my dinner at 6 o'clock at night, and then I don't eat until 10, 11, 12 o'clock that next morning. So a lot of that fast is what? You're in bed, you're asleep. So that helps out a lot. And I notice also that by fasting, it's almost like my body is resetting itself kind of a little bit all the time. And
how do you feel in that specific fasted state, like because you've been pushing it to like 1 o'clock or so now too?
Right.
So how do you feel, like, let's say at the height of it, like from like 10 to 1 o'clock? Do you feel any difference at all?
I feel, here's what I don't feel, actually, and this is what's more important to me. I don't feel like I'm starving myself. I don't feel like I'm dead. We all get tired. We all work, 9 to 5 jobs or more. And that, that's expected. You're going to, by Friday, maybe sometimes you're going to be tired anyways. But generally, my mind is not focused on, oh my gosh, I haven't ate this, or I don't have a full stomach to start my day out, or whatever it may be. It almost feels like it allows me to focus on the job at hand, which with my work is UPS and delivering packages, that I don't have to feel like I have to be eating constantly, and I'm allowing my body to like reset itself and just kind of go into a mode that I think that a lot of us, especially me who's never really fasted ever, can kind of go into.
Yeah, that's an experience you haven't actually had, and that's interesting. I was just thinking about it, to where it added benefits for me. It almost lightened burdens for you. It took away things that you were stressing about, or things that would be something to distract you from whatever goal it might be, to complete your work, or to get the best workout, whatever it might be. So that's interesting. So it definitely does have the benefits of freeing you up and adding structure almost to your life. That's a big thing. Is I'm a chaotic guy, but I like to have structure. You know what I mean? Because if I don't have structure, I fly by the seat of my pants, and I don't know where that's going to take me half the time.
Right.
So I think for a lot of us, it helps out. Like, do you appreciate that? Having that, like, okay, it's not until 1 o'clock I'm not eating.
Right. The thing is it becomes part of what you do, just like anything. You go to bed every night, you sleep 8 hours. Well, you eat at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, and then you don't. Or maybe you have a light snack later on in the evening, but you still push that fast out, because what happens is your body gets used to doing that. Your body gets used to running in that mode, and that makes it good, because you don't have the hunger pains. You don't feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta have a donut or a protein bar, whatever it may be. You just live. Your body is in that mode, and that's what it does.
Yeah, it's very hunter-gatherer type feeling. Because it's similar to like the mode you're talking about. It was auto... Dude, I already forgot. Do you remember how to pronounce it?
Autophagy.
Autophagy.
Yeah.
Autophagy. Yes, it's it looks like autophagy, or another way to say it, which would offend some people, but it's basically your body resetting to having zero food in it, to not expending energy, because that is something, you have to expend calories just to simply digest.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, calories are energy, you know what I mean? So you not having to dispense energy just to digest allows your body to use that still stored energy in other ways, man, making you think better, making you focus better, making you perform better.
Yeah.
I won't say I have my strongest workouts when I'm fasting, after a long day. Like I purposely put your deadlifts not on Saturday morning when we work out, because you're still fasting then.
Mm-hmm.
I do some lifts that would be a little bit more accented with that. Accented by still fasting.
Yeah.
Like we put your heavy deadlifts at, on a Wednesday evening after
Right.
you've already ate some food. So you can still get stronger, like I said, on intermittent fasting, but I don't use it for my strength days. But I mean, your main goal is weight loss, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep you updated on Seth's story here as we start chiseling away more and more and more. You're gonna see the amazing progress this guy's gonna make. But Seth is someone brand new to this. So I mean, the things he's talking about is something that anyone who tries this is gonna experience right away. The benefits, the freeing of the burdens that he's speaking on. Anything else you'd like to leave him with before we?
No. I mean, I recommend it. If you're looking to lose weight, if you're looking to, not even just that, just try it out. I think about while you were talking, I was thinking about just our society. Mm-hmm. And how much our society is literally like jamming, eat. Whether it's fast food, gourmet food, we're going into Thanksgiving and Christmas, eat, and those are great things from moderation, but I think it's also important that we somewhat kind of step back from that and, like we talked about, kind of just reset ourselves a little bit and not become subject to what, the world is wanting us to do all the time.
You're not being you're not blindly following the masses.
Right,
I think
right.
is what you're saying very, very well. It's good to get that perspective. It's good to switch up the diet. It's good to take that step back.
Yeah.
Exactly how you're saying, because how else are you gonna know if maybe intermittent fasting is gonna work for you? Maybe a high carb diet, zone diet, maybe ketogenic diet, active diet, whatever it might be. I think trying each and every one of those out, and we're specifically talking about fasting today, but it makes you take a step back from that norm, from what's acceptable or from what's expected.
Right.
So very, very good stuff. Look forward to seeing this guy get shredded and more videos with him featured very, very soon. Look at that bicep.